wind instrument, clarinet, flute, sax, etc. Education websites. Chapter 1. Learn to play an instrument that you blow in. Wine's music lesson websites at cali.org/en/shopping/music/lessons_and_instruction/wines. beapfeiffer.com, B.A. Pfeiffer. Tutorial book with audio CD, and information on the Model F5, tune books, fife racks, and cases. jeremywest.co.uk, Jeremy West. Offers online lessons for the cornet, a woodwind of the 16th and 17th centuries. Trumpetbook.com, a physical approach to playing the trumpet. 2measures.com, 2 measures at a time. Offering some instructional programs to learn how to play the daisy, Chinese bamboo flute. Wine's product websites at cali.org/en/shopping/music/instruments/wines. Subcategories: brass, woodwinds, bagpipe, didgeridoo, early instruments, harmonica, ocarina, tin whistle. Accessories. Repair. Sheet music. bill-lewington.com, Bill Lewington Musical Instruments. dfmusicinc.com, DF Music Inc. genusflutes.com, Genus Flutes. johnpacker.co.uk, John Packer Ltd. kazoos.com, Kazooie Kazoos. munsiewines.com, Muncie Wines Musical Instruments. zacharymusic.com, Zachary Music. Wine's sheet music websites at cali.org/en/shopping/music/sheet_music/wines. catalog.bravomusicinc.com, Bravo Music. jeanne-inc.com, Gene, Inc. powerofthewines.com, Power of the Wines Publications. saxsolos.com, Jazz Transcriptions Bird Lives. thompsondetillon.com, Thompson Edition, Inc. Wines publications at cali.org/en/business/publishing_printing/publishing/music/wines. alrypublications.com, Allyry Publications. blas-basen.se, Blas Basin Music Publishing. bravomusicinc.com, Bravo Music, Inc. internationalopus.com, International Opus. Wind instrument education at cali.org/en/arts/music/instruments/wines/education. Subcategories: bassoon, flute, harmonica, saxophone. Shopping. Fluteland.com, flute video lessons and flute lesson programs, online flute lessons that include on-demand video flute lessons, flute fingering charts, flute forums, video conferencing lessons, teacher responses to student questions and more. Saxophone education at cali.org/en/arts/music/instruments/wines/woodwinds/saxophone/technique. lightanmatter.com/music/saxfingering.html, saxophone fingering charts. ryanfraser.com/online.html, online saxophone lessons by Ryan Fraser. saxlessons.com, online instruction for the saxophone. Bassoon education at cali.org/en/arts/music/instruments/wines/woodwinds/bassoon/education. idrs.org/resources/bsnfing/fing home.hdm. Harmonica education at cali.org/en/arts/music/instruments/wines/harmonica/education. artistworks.com/harmonica-lessons-howard-levy, artistworks, harmonica with Howard Levy. devegage.com/tips.html, harmonica instruction. harmonica.com, harmonica. harmonicaacademy.com, harmonica academy. harmonicalessons.com, learn harmonica. jerryportnoy.com, Jerry Portnoy. Jongindickband.com, John Jindike. JT30.com, JT30. Members.tripod.com/Bruno_1_8_6/harpteach.htm, the Harmonica Exchange, Teachers Directory. Wildflowerharmonica.com, Wildflower Harmonica Instruction. Chapter 2. Wind Instrument Websites at Music Moz. Wind Instrument Websites at musicamounts.org/instruments/wind. Many categories. Wind Instrument Websites at musicamounts.org/shopping/instruments/wind. abimusic.com, Anaheim Band Instruments, Online Catalog, Brass and Woodwind Instruments, Accessories, Printed Music, Lessons, and Repairs. bandstand.com.au/intro.html, Bandstand Brass and Woodwind, Instruments, and Accessories, Repairs and Hire, Rental by Schools. Victoria, Australia. bbi-ireland.hypermart.net, Best Band Instruments, Quality Wood and Brass Winds at Reasonable Prices. Dublin, Ireland. CharlesFail.com, Charles Fail Music, Inc., source for used and vintage saxophones and other professionally restored band instruments. drrick.com, Dr. Rick's Village Flute and Sax Shop, vintage flutes and saxophones bought, sold, repaired and traded. QuickTime virtual tour of NYC store. Faggot.nl, Faggot Atelier Martin Vonk, new and used bassoons, bassoon repair. Over 200 different accessories, reed making tools. Since 1981. hickeys.com/pages/brasscat.htm, Hickeys Brass Catalog, Sheet Music and Accessories for Brass Instruments and Ensembles. Hornfinder.com, Hornfinder Woodwind Finder, used and vintage brass, saxophones and woodwind instruments. Howarth.uk.com, Howarth of London, makers of oboes and clarinets, retailers of all woodwind and accessories. Instrumentrental.com, Instrumentrental.com, rent new and reconditioned orchestral instruments, clarinet, flute, saxophone, trumpet, trombone, violin, viola. Located in Bloomsbury, New Jersey. JacksSaxes.com, Jacks's Axes, buys and sells all used woodwind and brass musical instruments. Saxophonerental.co.uk, John N. Bulham Musical Instruments UK, illustrated catalogue of woodwind and brass musical instruments for rental and sale. johnpacker.co.uk, John Packer Limited, woodwind and brass specialist with online purchasing and a shop in Taunton, Somerset, England. kmhorns.com, KM Band Instruments, buys and sells musical instruments, especially trombones, trumpets, oboes and flutes, new and used. Hornui.com, Matt Rivero, the horn guy, trumpet player with 30 years experience. Buy/sell/trade/repair horns. mddoublaird.com, Michael Dicker double reed services, oboes, English horns, bassoons, and contrabassoons. Also offer accessories and repairs. munsiewines.com, Muncie Wines musical instruments, band instruments, and accessories. music1-2-3.com, music123, online catalog, brass and woodwind instruments and accessories. musicalhabitat.com, Musical Habitat, Greek musician, Lazaros Haraziadis, buys, sells, and does repairs on all makes of clarinets, trumpets and flutes. NoteworthyMusicCenter.com, Noteworthy Music Center, full-service music store specializing in the sales and repair of wind instruments and accessories. We also carry combo equipment. Oboeshop.com, Oboe Shop, instruments from the Lorry factory in Paris. BobAckermanSaxophones.com, progressive wines, vintage instruments, and custom mouthpieces designed by Bob Ackerman. SaxGourmet.com, Sax Gourmet, saxophone sales and repair. Site has lots of information including serial number reference, fingering charts, accessory and setup recommendations. SAX4SALE.com, SAX4 SALE, dedicated to individuals who are buying and/or selling saxophones and related equipment. Studio65.co.uk, Studio 65, flute sales, rentals, music, and tips. Located in the UK. woodwind-shop.com, The Woodwind Shop, specialized woodwind products and services for professional musicians. usahorn.com, USA horn, new, used, and vintage saxophones. whipkeys.com, Whipkeys music, orchestral wind, brass, and string instruments, flute, piccolo, clarinet, oboe, bassoon, saxophone, trumpet, trombone, French horn, euphonium, tuba, violin, viola, cello. Located in Marietta, Georgia. Worldwidesax.com, Worldwide Sax, we recondition and sell fine vintage saxophones. Great selection of many brands of professional saxes. Zachary_music/index.html, Zachary Music, new, used, and vintage brass and woodwind instruments. Located in Ontario, Canada. Categories of reed instruments at musicamounts.org/instruments/wind/reed. Bagpipes, bassoon, clarinet, crumhorn, harmonica, oboe, saxophone, squeezebox. Clarinet websites at musicamounts.org/instruments/wind/reed/clarinet/links. ANNE-BELL.woodwind.org, ABC Index, clarinet, and music links. Includes links to nearly all aspects of clarinet playing. BrannonWoodwinds.com, Brannon Woodwinds, expert clarinet overhauls and customization, serving some of the world's finest clarinetists since 1960. new.music.org/clarinet.html, Castle Base Clarinet Society. The Castle Bass Clarinet Society is dedicated to the promotion of the bass clarinet as a solo and chamber instrument. VSISinc.com, clarinet books, and more, books dealing with history, technique, repertoire, repair, and instruction. Pictures, descriptions, and prices. abridgedsm.ac.uk/clarinet.html, clarinet examinations. Clarinet examination syllabuses from the Associated Board of the Royal Schools of Music. Recommended pieces for different levels of playing. Woodwind.org/clarinet, clarinet pages, organizations, classifieds, extensive databases, and link lists, mailing list, tips, and equipment help. harrisreedcases.com, clarinet reed case. Harris Case offers high-quality reed case for clarinet and saxophone players. idris.colorado.edu/publications/2woboist/2.v3.2/cracks.html, Cracks in Woodwind Instruments, an article by Edmund Nielsen giving tips on how to avoid cracks in instruments. tishkoff.com, Ed's Clarinet Studio, expert articles covering clarinet playing, study, and general music. alcor.concordia.ca/tilde smw/kcb/english/instruments/clarinet.html, information about the clarinet, short introduction to the clarinet and links. inter-change-a-bore, Interchange a-bore, product information about the barrel system, dealers, events, interviews, artists, and contact information. members.tripod.com/Gene_Johnson/index.html, Gene Johnson's clarinet page, clarinet and orchestral links, read information, biography and resume. knowledgehaven.com/music/clarindx.html, Knowledge Haven Clarinet, historical information, maintenance, reeds, technique, music, and MIDI files. ocr.sneezy.org, online clarinet resource, articles written by performers and teachers on the history of the clarinet, tips on playing, health, repertoire, and sound recordings. ricoreeds.com, Rico International, manufacturer of clarinet reeds. Products, artists, distributors, events, and links. Rocketfly.com, Rocketfly Clarinet Community, original compositions, sheet music, photo gallery, message board, and links. Angelfire.com/musicals/Saras site index/index.html, Sarah's site index, my favorite music links. This is a page of links to other pages I've found on people who have shared their love of music over the internet. tsmp.org/clarinet.htm, Texas School Music Project, Tips for Clarinet, a music education website providing teaching tips and tools of the trade for music educators of all levels. TSMP is a service provided by the faculty of the Department of Music at Stephen F. Austin State University. pspriggs.com, the Clarinet Center, information on clarinets, accessories, repair, music, and other aspects. Pictures, history, and contact details. clorg.com/Adam, the Clarinet site with information aimed towards the beginning clarinetist. History, biography, jokes, resources, and links. woodwind.org/clarinet/clarinet, the Clarinet mailing list, information on the Clarinet mailing list, a group for anyone with an interest in the clarinet. Subscription information and list archives. Orchestralclarinetist.com, the Orchestral Clarinetist, includes an extensive list of clarinet sections, standard repertoire lists, upcoming auditions, and related links. upper-canada-clarinet.sneezy.org, the Upper Canada Clarinet pages, concert notices, musician biographies, information and reference articles. moresax.com/plesson.html, Woodwind Fundamentals, by Victor Morosco. Teaches the fundamentals of head position, embouchure, and training exercises for clarinet, saxophone, and flute.